Looking for fun, friendship, and fitness? Ready to get outdoors and compete? Do it today with US Youth Soccer. Whether you want to make new friends, challenge yourself, or get fit, join us and do it the healthy, safe, and fun way. Be part of a team, build your confidence, train for success, and develop your skills. If you're a rookie or an aspiring future soccer star, US Youth Soccer makes taking the field easy. We are Youth Soccer.
Everything out on the field today. You don't walk off this field saying, I wish I did something more.
It's the biggest stage out here, you know. It takes the best teams to come out here and play against some of the greatest teams. And it really is an honor to come out here and represent.
Anything can happen any day.
Everything out on the field today. You don't walk off this field saying, I wish I did something more.
We can't wait. We've been working at this for so long.
Being out here in the National League is a really big opportunity for us. Scouts out here, it's fun to be with the team, being different places. It's a good experience for us.
And it's awesome because we're so used to playing teams from usually only Southern California and be able to come across the nation and play teams from all over really who are amazing and have earned their place here. It's an awesome feeling knowing you're playing some of the best opponents in the country.
What I love about that opportunity is, these boys now get to handle pressure. Right, it's an opportunity then for being in an environment where every minute matters. The pressure of the environment really creates quality players because they get to not only test what they're able to do, but do it not just with technique, but under actual stress and pressure. It has a different feel when you show up here. You know that no matter what you're going to do, you're going to be challenged.
It's a massive opportunity. The ODP piece and the ability to scout and identify players here, the ability for them to play at a national event like this and be scouted and be seen playing against the best competition in the country. It's obviously a massive benefit.
That's what it's all about, hopefully there's some scouts looking around and it's a big opportunity, and I think that's the biggest thing about National League is the opportunity. Where can we go next? Where can these kids develop? Where are they going to go? So I think that is huge and for their exposure for the game and for them.
It's extremely gratifying to play teams who are as good as these are and have the opportunity to see which kids can rise to the challenge. It speaks volumes of their character. It speaks about their talent level. And each time we've had an opportunity to play on this platform, I've learned things about my players, but most importantly, the players have learned things about themselves, and they've learned things about how important it is to be a good teammate.
It's so fun because you just feel like you're on top of the world. You're just the people that are just watching you. You're just on the spotlight, and just being with your team and coming to a different state and being able to play against the best teams is just a cool experience.
Just the fact that they're getting this experience, that they travel as a team. They eat together, they sleep together, they prepare together. It just gets them that much more ready in the experience as they go up and play collegiate soccer and hopefully beyond.
It helps us improve a ton. There's only so many games you can play back at home and only so far you can go, but when you come out here and there are people from all over the country, this is the best. We're playing the best teams and this is a great experience for us and we're growing from this.
Because at the end of the day, you're here to compete, right? And the National League brings it. It's kind of crazy. They're not pros, but when they come in and see all the stages and they see all the flags and they see a great production you guys put on, it's like they feel like pros, for a little bit. And the quality and the level is so good.
Playing in the National League helps me because obviously there's coaches watching all around, so we get exposure to them and they get exposure to us as a player. And then us playing against other players who have high aspirations as well just show us our level is high.
The competition at the National League's top-notch. I've seen girls that are amazing players, so it's nice to come out here and see good soccer. And with the National League, it's nice to have something that they're fighting for because when they make it to the college level, they're fighting for a conference championship and then a national championship. So it's very college-like because they have to fight in order to win.
I think this is a really good exposure for me because personally I do want to go D1 for college, and I feel like this will give me good chances and opportunities to get scouted and maybe go to one of the schools I'm looking at.
At the end of the day, right, we're trying to get kids to the next level. Our role is to get players up to the next step. So without the competition, it's hard for us to showcase our players where coaches can go, oh, a bit of adversity, how do they react, how do they deal? It can showcase the players in a way that the coaches want to see.
It was 1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft, the first Monopoly board game went on sale, Social Security began, and Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935, offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. Maguire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. Maguire would lead U.S. soccer and earn an international reputation as an excellent leader.
The Jim Maguire Cup was started in 1935. It was the only cup that the United States Soccer Federation had for youth players. And it was a very good competition, and I can tell you, this was the highlight of my soccer career to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
It has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups that kind of emulate the Maguire Cup.
Winning the Maguire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period, that's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied Maguire Cup?
It's extremely gratifying to play teams who are as good as these are and have the opportunity to see which kids can rise to the challenge. It speaks volumes of their character, it speaks about their talent level. And each time we've had an opportunity to play on this platform, I've learned things about my players, but most importantly, the players have learned things about themselves, and they've learned things about how important it is to be a good teammate.
It's so fun because you just feel like you're on top of the world. You're just the people that are just watching you. You're just on the spotlight, and just being with your team and coming to a different state and being able to play against the best teams is just a cool experience.
Just the fact that they're getting this experience, that they travel as a team. They eat together, they sleep together, they prepare together. It just gets them that much more ready and experience as they go up and play collegiate soccer and hopefully beyond.
It helps us improve a ton. There's only so many games you can play back at home and only so far you can go, but when you come out here and there are people from all over the country, this is the best. We're playing the best teams, and this is a great experience for us, and we're growing from this.
Because at the end of the day, you're here to compete, right? And the National League brings it. It's kind of crazy. They're not pros, but when they come in and see all the stages and they see all the flags and they see a great production you guys put on, it's like they feel like pros, for a little bit, and the quality and the level is so good.
Playing in the National League helps me because obviously there's coaches watching all around, so we get exposure to them and they get exposure to us as a player. And then us playing against other players who have high aspirations as well just show us our level is high.
The competition at the National League's top notch. I've seen girls that are amazing players, so it's nice to come out here and see good soccer. And with the National League, it's nice to have something that they're fighting for, because when they make it to the college level, they're fighting for a conference championship and then a national championship. So it's very college-like because they have to fight in order to win.
I think this is a really good exposure for me because personally I do want to go D1 for college, and I feel like this will give me good chances and opportunities to get scouted and maybe go to one of the schools I'm looking at.
At the end of the day, right, we're trying to get kids to the next level. Our role is to get players up to the next step. So without the competition, it's hard for us to showcase our players where coaches can go, a bit of adversity, how do they react, how do they deal? It can showcase the players in a way that the coaches want to see.
It was 1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft, the first Monopoly board game went on sale, Social Security began, and Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935, offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. Maguire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. Maguire would lead U.S. soccer and earn an international reputation as an excellent leader.
The Jim Maguire Cup was started in 1935. It was the only cup that the United States Soccer Federation had for youth players. And it was a very good competition, and I can tell you, that was the highlight of my soccer career, to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
it has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups that kind of emulate the Maguire Cup.
Winning the Maguire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period, that's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied Maguire Cup?
National Championship Day here in Bradenton, Florida. Brought to you by Turbo Sports Group. Good morning, everyone. I'm Todd Panula, and I'll be bringing you all of this morning's exciting 18 and under championship final action between Kingdom Soccer Club and Las Vegas Sports Academy. The teams have taken the field. The referees are ready as the assistants run out to check the goals one final time. Your officiating crew for this morning's match is going to be Asad Amanovich in the middle. The assistant referee number 1, Samuel Zamora. Assistant referee 2 is Hector Gutierrez. And the fourth official is Otto Leon. So they will have the task of keeping this game in order. It's the top two teams out of Group A and Group B. Kingdom Soccer Club will be listed as the home team on the scoreboard. They will be wearing the red kits. They finished the group stages 2-1-0 with 4 goals scored and 4 goals against. We'll talk a little bit more about their semifinal game in a little bit. Las Vegas Sports Academy finished unbeaten in the group stages. 6 goals for, 2 goals against, 9 points total. They will open up with possession, clad in the black, and we're underway. First minute of play in the 18 and under championship final. Into touch in the early going. Possession staying with Las Vegas as they switch out the ceremonial kickoff ball for the regular match ball. Over on the far sideline, parried back and forth. Kingdom trying to get onto the front foot for the first time in this match. Las Vegas has retained possession for the first 2 minutes. A seeking ball out here to the near wing. Davidson coming onto it. Pressure in front. A little chip towards the 6-yard box, dealt with. And then cleared away by Bravo. Up through the midfield. Sixtos dispossessed. Las Vegas still in control of it. The ball out here to the near wing. Chance to center. Stabbed away. And that will go out. First corner kick of the match goes to Las Vegas. Right-footed in swinger from the near wing. Towards the back post, headed away. Keeping it alive. Marquez putting on the pressure, bringing it down. This one booted away. Lobbed up the field by Vega. Long punt. Again taken down by Las Vegas. Pumped up through the middle, foul given. It'll be a free kick to Kingdom Soccer Club. They go quickly with it as it's to the outside. Centering ball. They were looking for Four. Turn back the other way. Pollins. Just outside the arc. Quick shot in. Too much underneath. As that one went skyward. Greil. Not a bad idea to take the opportunity to put it towards goal. Las Vegas doing a good job to get it into a dangerous area. They try to put it across. Divers defending everywhere. Another opportunity goes awry as the red shirts continue to step in front. Worked around Rincon, and now we're going to get another foul.
Keep it this way. Give Antonio a touchdown. Look in. Cody! Keep it this way, Rody!
Davidson. Lopez out of the attack, pushed towards the wall. Goalkeeper once again comes out to claim. Still in the early stages of this match. 8th minute of play. Just too tall there for Pollins as they fight for possession in the middle third, just over the head of Sixtos. Up the near wing. Blasted away by Mange. Wrong color jersey in reception. Pollins drops it back, goes on a bit of a short run. They switch it up to the far side now. Guarded by Bravo. Bravo outworked, at least for now. Centering ball sent away. Cheeky little back heel to put it back out to the outside. Bravo again thwarts it. Slid in through Pollins. Couldn't quite get there. Shot in, blocked again. Ball to the out wing. Put in front. Denied, and then the shot put over. Fantastic opportunity there for Kingdom Soccer Club to potentially take the lead as Carson Four came in on the late ball. It just could not keep it down. So get another look at it. Hard shot after a scramble play. Angel Mange was in position, but that would have been a difficult to save to make if that was kept on target. Knocked down and put to the outside. Played back to the keeper. Adair plays it away. Adair Serron has been called into action a few times here. This Kingdom will gain the corner kick. So my apologies. I was told the wrong colors on the teams. Vegas is in red. Kingdom Soccer Club is in black. I kept wondering why the numbers weren't matching up, but now I know why. So a chance now for Kingdom to get it in, headed away. Over towards the near side. Vegas will clear. So we've all got to kind of push the reset button after an odd start. Foul given. Free kick to Vegas. We're just all kinds of a good start here. Free kick to Kingdom as it's actually going in. Everybody had kind of backed off. It looked like it was going to come out. Boucher Knocks it into the box, looking for Burkett. Boucher making the through run. The pass was a little too firm. Vegas will play it out. It did not take a deflection, so Kingdom gets the throw. 13th minute, no score. Both teams have threatened.
Gotta throw it to somebody on our team. That's not our team.
A bouncer inside the box, taking a stab at it is Silyami. Continuing to be played across through the box. And now it'll be grabbed by Saron. An aerial duel, and Vegas comes away with it at least briefly. De Jesus trying to knock it away. Up through the middle with Burkett. Pushed over towards the right. We're trying to connect with Crooks. Vegas has been well placed here in the early stages. Up top now to Nanj. A deflected ball comes over towards the box. Coming out to grab it is Four. So your goalkeepers for this morning's contest, Carson Four for Kingdom Soccer Club and Adair Saron for Las Vegas Sports Academy. Chip pass over towards the far wing. Has some good weight on it. Racing up the near sideline. Harrison trying to get in front. A good cross towards the top of the 6-yard box. Dealt with as Halloran stuck out a right foot. Up towards the penalty spot, just underneath the foot of Angel Manj. If he could get that to settle down, he would have had a really good opportunity. That would have been his second of the game. He was the one to blast that one over the target just a few minutes ago. Burkett intercepts. It's touched out. Throw in back for Las Vegas. Vegas controls in the midfield, but De Jesus makes a bit of a steal. Doesn't get clean possession. A curler up the near sideline. Bounces. Sent back up towards the top of the box. Halloran deals with it at least briefly. Burkett lobs one up towards the half line. Crooks can't get a clean handle on it. Still putting in the work to gain control, and he got a little too overzealous as called for the foul. Vegas charging into the attacking third, trying to get something in towards the box. Halloran says no. Goes into touch. Espinosa wanted to go quickly with it, but nobody open. Miranda. Espinosa. Filtered through as they swing it around. Castro. Four comes out to make the grab. Quick counterattack amounts to nothing. So there's a little bit of frustration right now on the sideline for Kingdom Soccer Club. Coach Wiseman not happy with his team's ability to find the right colored jersey. Manj plays it outside. Held in by Sixtos. To the top of the box, but no further. Again, Kingdom Soccer Club trying to put a lot of balls through to Xander Crooks, but despite his pace, they have not really been able to connect thus far. Again, Vegas swings it around the defensive line. Struck up through the middle, trying to connect with Yamachika. Too strong for Miranda. as the teams trade possession through the midfield. Here comes Yamashika. Harrison came back to defend. Keeper is out, and so is the ball. Rincon up the line. Lob pass headed down by Martinic. Filiputi. Harrison. Up the wing. Back and forth. Calabrese. Crooks. Again calling for it, but passing lane wasn't quite there. Kingdom trying to build something up. They've strung together some good passes, but just not too much available. Trying to come up through the middle.
Well right now. I can see it pretty well right now.
Substitution checking in for Kingdom Soccer Club. Coming into the game now is going to be Matthew Davidson.
Okay.
So Davidson checks in, trying to give Kingdom Soccer Club a slightly different look.
Alright.
As he comes into a wing midfield role. Setting up on the left.
How do you do that?
Looking for space.
How do you do that?
This bounces way over near the stadium.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
I don't care, but tell them I want this.
Alright, thank you.
Boys, chat, you gotta get the guys moving.
So throw in for Las Vegas to defend as Kingdom Soccer Club is in possession. And actually they called a foul before that was able to go out. So a free kick to Kingdom Soccer Club.
Yeah.
They'll treat it like a corner from different spot on the field. Runs being made from the outside. Towards the penalty spot, headed away. Running up is Burkett. He can't hold it in. Counterattack now. A push up the field for Vegas. Losing balance, but still staying on his feet. A player to the outside. And the shot by Mange is actually across, and it goes under the feet. Greil was right there. He had it on the doorstep. And it just would not settle down for him. I don't know if he didn't expect the pass or if it just kind of fooled him. But it ended up going somewhat through the legs. And perhaps the best chance of the game for Las Vegas doesn't even materialize a shot. 21st minute. Crossing over into the 22nd. Kingdom Soccer Club, again trying to push forward.
Oh, it's a free kick. I see that.
Strong free kick, puts it up towards the penalty spot, but again, just too many numbers in red right now. No space at all for Kingdom with to work with. Vegas hasn't had much space either. They've managed to utilize the counterattack a little bit better. And if things keep up as it is, Kingdom might have to start trying to chip some over the top to get those runs in, because right now the build-up is just absolutely stifled. Looking for Crooks. The volley off the bounce, but claimed by Serron. He'll redistribute quickly. They try to find some space up the near wing. Manj is trying to connect with Rojas. Gets all the way back to their keeper instead. De Jesus tried to split the defense and got sandwiched. Boucher trying to connect into the box. Siliami was making the run, but the pass was just a little too far behind. Kicked down by De Jesus. Possession given up as Miranda has it. One-touch pass, and the systems got crossed there as Davidson had been making that run to where that pass went. But I think he was worried about being offside, so he peeled back, and then as the ball was struck, there was no way to change the flight path. Vegas trying to build something up of their own. Amachika had to lay it back, comes over to the near side of Sixtos. Intercepted on the way through, pushing up is Filiputi. He's going to take it towards the top of the box, sliding it outside. Siliami eyes up his options and tried to push it into the middle, and that was easily turned aside.
AJ, you're off! Matt! Matt!
Another substitution coming into the game now.
Come on, Daniel, give us a lift, buddy. Good job, AJ.
Daniel Grau will come into the game. He replaces Austin Boucher. Crooks stuck out a leg, but still came up empty-handed. Throw in now for Vegas. In the 26th minute, have to figure that the hydration break would be coming somewhat soon. Just absolutely no space to work in for either of these teams. If you like defensive soccer, it's been rather impressive to watch. Now Crooks trying to get it past the goalkeeper. It's off the post and in. Crooks able to score the goal that puts Kingdom Soccer Club up by 1. The goal comes in the 27th minute. Xander Crooks. As you get another look at it, a service up through the middle, and Crooks was able to just kind of take a little bit of stab at it. Was able to knock it past the goalkeeper as Cerrone just a step slower. Not too much he could have done about it, though. Just a well-timed play for Xander Crooks, and his team has the early lead. So now it's an interesting turn of events for Las Vegas. They went through unblemished throughout the entire group stage, only allowed 2 goals in the group, 3 goals in total. It's in their semifinal matchup with Santa Barbara SC. They won 2-1. So they're not used to being scored on all that often. But they have won plenty of games by the final score of 2-1. As other than day number 1, they won every single game by that score. So Las Vegas, no stranger to having to double up their opponent. But having to come from behind is not necessarily something they have been accustomed to. Kingdom SC, for their efforts, has been well established in the last 3 games, and now 4. They did fall in their opening day game, but it's been a really good rebound since then. They defeated Santa Barbara 1-0. 3-2 over Baltimore Celtic, and then 2-1 over Indiana Fire in the semifinals. Blasted away by Harrison. Putting on the pressure was Gabriel Miranda. (1-0) in favor of Kingdom Soccer Club. Crunching tackle. The foul will favor Las Vegas, as Crooks was just a step too slow, got a little too much of the player in the process. Crooks trying to pressure, perhaps force a mistake. Serron comes over to the far side, laced up the sideline. Amachika had been making the run, but instead they went direct up the sideline. But ultimately take it away. Vegas trying to find their own offensive footing now. They had had some good counterattacks, threatened the goal a couple times, but unable to strike yet. Good outside pass towards the corner flag. One time in and headed away as Halloran, once again, just cutting things out before they can materialize. Corner kick for Jose Sixtos. Not a whole lot of early movement from the team in red. Now they start moving a little bit. Headed up. Monge couldn't quite steer it on goal. Put back into the mixer. Headed away as Sixtos was trying to get on the end of that, but Siliami was well placed to knock it away. Rojas slides it across, looking for Sixtos. He was out-muscled by Harrison. Rincon will try to chase it down, and instead he's called off by his keeper. Aranda slides it around to Jesus. Up top to Monge. Back out to the left. Now push in towards the middle. Service. Monge trying to find space. Left-footed shot. And making the stop was Four. A rebound chance, and Sixtos couldn't get too much behind it. Four makes the grab. That's better pressure from Las Vegas, as they've had a lot of good runs up the sidelines, but the crossing balls haven't quite been there. They struck a little bit more cleanly on those last few opportunities. This game is long from over for them, as they are going to create some chances and really trouble Kingdom Soccer Club. You just get the feeling that for either one of these teams, as there's almost a miscue, Halloran will clean it up. But you almost get the sense that one goal for either of these clubs is just not going to be enough. 33rd minute of play. And now the players are being sent to the sidelines for the hydration break. A little bit later than we expected, but still occurring each and every half nevertheless. So it's been an impressive run for both of these teams.
Is it okay like this?
They've been defensively sound for both of them. Kingdom a little bit more lax in the group stages in terms of goals allowed, but they still got the job done. They did finish top of their group, mainly based on goals scored and a head-to-head matchup as well, because they were tied on points with Santa Barbara SC. And Santa Barbara actually had a better goal difference, but the head-to-head matchup went to Kingdom SC, so that's why they got top spot in that group. And perhaps that might have made somewhat of a difference, because instead of having to face off against Las Vegas in the semifinals, they played against Indiana Fire. Indiana Fire gave them a game, as we mentioned. 2-1 was the score there. But Kingdom SC found their way into this national championship, and now they've got themselves a lead. Las Vegas scoring 2 goals in every single game that they've played thus far. And as the scoreline sits, they will need at least that many to win this one. 2-0 over Indiana Fire on day one. 2-1 over Springfield South County Youth Club. 2-1 over Bethesda. And then in the semifinals, 2-1 over Santa Barbara SC. Players have rejoined the field. The restart comes from the far sideline, as there's been a good majority of the play slanted over in that direction. Every now and then you'll get some runs up here along the near sideline, but both teams have played it up that far side. So for Vegas, it would be on the left. On the right side for Kingdom SC. Trying to work the 1-2, but again, just no space really to be had. It's tough sledding through the middle right now. Vegas trying to get it up at least to half field. A tumble and a foul. Free kick will be to Vegas, as their man is still down. Substitutions being made. Crooks, the goal scorer, will come out, taking his spot. It's going to be Tiago de Jesus. Also into the game for Kingdom SC is Christian Shannon. Shaking off that injury was Aaron Uoa. Here's Espinosa to Mange. Looking for a run. Coming back now is Carlos Castro, who's been pushed out here to the near wing. Good job on the near sideline by Martinic to let that one roll out. It's a bit of a question as to whether it would or not, because it started losing some momentum, but the fields have been cut very low here. Thatcher Dobson into the game, so that's what slowed that restart up. Dobson pushing up the far wing, but the ball comes over to the near side. Siliami trying to force his way through two defenders. Coming over to help out is Uoa. Vegas trying to spring a counterattack. Right now, it's hard to tell if the counterattacks just haven't really been there because Kingdom SC has managed to slow things down. As now we have an opportunity. Mange trying to set things up, deflected off the defender and over. He just never felt fully comfortable. He kept trying to set up that right foot. The ball was there, but he just didn't really get it to where he wanted it. Finally took the strike, but that hesitation allowed the block. Short on the corner. Service in. Mange settles it down. The shot in and another block by Martinic. Siliami trying to spring a counterattack of his own. Numbers still favoring the Reds. Siliami trying to use his long stride. He goes to ground. Referee says no foul. Up the sideline for Rincon. Back onto the possession of Kingdom. Just a lot of jostling going on right now, all within the realm of the rules. But that just shows you how tightly contested everything is because everybody's in a position to where they can kind of grab on. Mange once again drives towards the end line and thwarted once and more. Going to ground is Lopez, and he will draw a dangerous free kick. So the initial contact only happened about 2 yards or so outside the box. Head official Asad Amanovic will line things up in terms of the wall. Three men into block for Kingdom SC. Free kick towards the backside, and they had some men there. Fuller misjudged it, came out, left the net gaping, but nobody in red could get on the end of it. Nervy moments for both teams. Siliami gets the defender to bite. He'll take a shot. Save made by Cerrone. Ball still loose. Charging toward is Davidson. He can't come up with it. And then Vegas had a man upfield. Yoa was loose along the wing, but the ball was intended just to leave the field and relieve some of this pressure. .42nd minute of play. As this one runs out again. Another throw in for Kingdom SC, as we'll have another substitution as well. Checking into the game now is Evan Pullins as he returns. Collins into the game now, giving Kingdom SC some extra height. Long throw in, bouncing towards the box, but that will go all the way through and out for a goal kick. Well-played tournament by everybody involved here, especially in this age group, as everything has been pretty tight. There was a decent gap in Group B as Las Vegas pretty much dominated that one as that's turned away. A chance to send it back towards goal by Dobson. doesn't quite go on target as he was looking for the run on the outside for Pollins, and a bit too firm on the service. But Las Vegas, as I mentioned, undefeated in their group. Indiana Fire finished in second, but only got a win and a draw to their credit. As we mentioned, a little bit tighter in Group A as it was Kingdom SC and Santa Barbara SC battling things out. And it had to come down to a head-to-head matchup because Santa Barbara and Kingdom ended up with the same overall record in group play. Coming into the game now is going to be Fernando Gonzalez. As both sides trying to get the fresh legs onto the field. Also into the game is going to be Landry Chistikov. So Coach Tate and Coach Wiseman for their respective teams. Vegas and Kingdom in that order. Trying to keep everybody fresh, not only for the second half, but the end of this first half as well. Don't want anybody getting overly fatigued and making a mistake that might cost them. Another bouncer in towards goal. Cerrone comes out to make the claim. Distributes it out to the near side. Looping pass, looking for Mann. She was trying to at least throw off Halloran, but the center back for Kingdom SC has been too good through the air here today. Bit unfortunate there for Angel Mange. He came underneath. I don't think that was necessarily the intention to take the player out, but just kind of disrupt his jump a little bit. But the flight path of Colin Halloran ended up going over the top, and thus it's a free kick. Big boot by 4. Harrison, one touch, trying to get it back into the mixer. Headed over towards the near side, almost a high kick. Castro will send it out. Kingdom SC leads 1-0 on the 27th minute goal from Xander Crooks.
Maddie! Smack the first time!
Another long throw in, headed away again. We're going to get the ball coming out, as I believe the referee spotted a foul. .50-50 ball. Gonzalez came in and won it, but it actually goes out. Off a deflection, however, so favoring Las Vegas on the throw. Ginaputi side volleys it up into the air. Dobson, the pressure coming. Just kind of blindly sends it into the box. And there is the halftime whistle, so 45 minutes are in the books. Still a lot to be decided between these two teams. They've had a good first half. Both teams created some chances, but it was only Kingdom SC that was able to finish one, as Xander Crooks was able to just poke one past the keeper to give his team the halftime edge. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have your second half of action. Don't go too far. This is the 2021 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships, brought to you by Turbo Sports Group.
Looking for fun, friendship, and fitness? Ready to get outdoors and compete? Do it today with US Youth Soccer. Whether you want to make new friends, challenge yourself, or get fit, join us and do it the healthy, safe, and fun way. Be part of a team, build your confidence, train for success, and develop your skills. If you're a rookie or an aspiring future soccer star, US Youth Soccer makes taking the field easy. We are Youth Soccer.
Everything out on the field today. You don't walk off this field saying, I wish I did something more.
It's the biggest stage out here, you know. It takes the best teams to come out here and play against some of the greatest teams. And it really is an honor to come out here and represent.
Anything to happen any day.
Everything out on the field today. You don't walk off this field saying, I wish I did something more.
We can't wait. We've been working at this for so long.
Being out here in the National League is a really big opportunity for us. Scouts out here, it's fun to be with the team, being different places. It's a good experience for us.
And it's awesome because we're so used to playing teams from usually only Southern California and be able to come across the nation and play teams from all over really who are amazing and have earned their place here. It's an awesome feeling knowing you're playing some of the best opponents in the country.
What I love about that opportunity is, these boys now get to handle pressure. Right, it's an opportunity then for being in an environment where every minute matters. The pressure, the environment really creates quality players because they get to not only test what they're able to do, but do it not just with technique, but under actual stress and pressure. It has a different feel when you show up here. You know that no matter what you're going to do, you're going to be challenged.
It's a massive opportunity. The ODP piece and the ability to scout and identify players here, the ability for them to play at a national event like this and be scouted and be seen to playing against the best competition in the country. It's obviously a massive benefit.
That's what it's all about, hopefully there's some scouts looking around and it's a big opportunity, and I think that's the biggest thing about National League is the opportunity. Where can we go next? Where can these kids develop? Where are they going to go? So I think that is huge and for their exposure for the game and for them.
It's extremely gratifying to play teams who are as good as these are and have the opportunity to see which kids can rise to the challenge. It speaks volumes of their character, it speaks about their talent level. And each time we've had an opportunity to play on this platform, I've learned things about my players, but most importantly, the players have learned things about themselves, and they've learned things about how important it is to be a good teammate.
It's so fun because you just feel like you're on top of the world. You're just the people that are just watching you. You're just on the spotlight, and just being with your team and coming to a different state and being able to play against the best teams is just a cool experience.
Just the fact that they're getting this experience, that they travel as a team. They eat together, they sleep together, they prepare together. It just gets them that much more ready in the experience as they go up and play collegiate soccer and hopefully beyond.
It helps us improve a ton. There's only so many games you can play back at home and only so far you can go, but when you come out here and there are people from all over the country, this is the best. We're playing the best teams and this is a great experience for us and we're growing from this.
Because at the end of the day, you're here to compete, right? And the National League brings it. It's kind of crazy. They're not pros, but when they come in and see all the stages and they see all the flags and they see a great production you guys put on, it's like they feel like pros, for a little bit. And the quality and the level is so good.
Playing in the National League helps me because obviously there's coaches watching all around, so we get exposure to them and they get exposure to us as a player. And then us playing against other players who have high aspirations as well just show us our level is high.
The competition at the National League is top-notch. I've seen girls that are amazing players, so it's nice to come out here and see good soccer. And with the National League, it's nice to have something that they're fighting for, because when they make it to the college level, they're fighting for a conference championship and then a national championship. So it's very college-like because they have to fight in order to win.
I think this is a really good exposure for me because personally I do want to go D1 for college, and I feel like this will give me good chances and opportunities to get scouted and maybe go to one of the schools I'm looking at.
At the end of the day, right, we're trying to get kids to the next level. Our role is to get players up to the next step. So without the competition, it's hard for us to showcase our players where coaches can go, oh, a bit of adversity, how do they react, how do they deal? It can showcase the players in a way that the coaches want to see.
It was 1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft, the first Monopoly board game went on sale, Social Security began, and Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935, offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. Maguire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. Maguire would lead U.S. soccer and earn an international reputation as an excellent leader.
The Jim Maguire Cup was started in 1935. It was the only cup that the United States Soccer Federation had for youth players. And it was a very good competition, and I can tell you, this was the highlight of my soccer career, to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
It has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups, that kind of emulate the Maguire Cup.
Winning the Maguire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period, that's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied Maguire Cup?
Welcome back to Bradenton, Florida. Coming to you from the soccer complex at Lakewood Ranch. The teams have switched sides. We'll get things started off a little bit better in this half. Once again, if you're just joining us, it is 1-0 in favor of Kingdom SC. They're wearing their black kits as they are doing one last huddle before they begin the second half. It's all red for Las Vegas. There has been a goalkeeping change for Las Vegas Sports Academy. Levi Pedaggi comes into the game. So he will replace Adair Serron. And got to figure that was just kind of a planned switch, or perhaps even just to give their team a little bit of a momentum change. More often you see that employed in hockey than soccer, but every now and then. Carson Four stays between the sticks for Kingdom SC. 9:01 local time in the early morning. Especially for those watching out in Las Vegas. And we thank you for tuning in to this Turbo Sports Group production of the 2021 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. Underway here in the second half as it's put outside by Gonzalez. And now he'll take the return feed. Solid service in, flicked up by Bravo. Vegas kept control for a moment, but now it could be a counterattack. Siliami to Crooks. He goes to ground. A few protests from the Kingdom players, but the referee signals nothing but a throw. Espinosa trying to give it back to Bravo. Now it's up towards the box. Pedaggi gave it away. Is he going to be made to pay for the mistake? Here's the shot! And solid hands from Pedaggi, telling everybody to just calm down. I think, if nothing else, doing that for his own benefit. It's a strong shot coming in from the near side. Getting a big right foot behind it was Calabrese. But absolutely no spillage at all by the goalkeeper, as this one is blasted away by Harrison coming in from the right. Throw into Vegas. De Leon will take it. Chistikov, who has remained in the game after that first half substitution. Pushing it over here towards the near wing. Siliami on the counter to the top of the box. And we're going to get a free kick. It was actually Calabrese coming up the near wing, and he served it into Siliami. Siliami was the one that got taken out. So a dangerous free kick coming basically right in the middle of the field. Some discussions as to who's going to take it. Boucher will set it up. Siliami is there. Four-man wall set up for Vegas, guarding the right side of the net from the goalkeeper's perspective, left side from the shooter. Siliami kind of being a little bit of a screen. A little tap out to the outside. Low shot. And Padaji not really troubled by that. Much ado about nothing. And I understand that those are somewhat in vogue to kind of have players running off the ball, performing screens and whatnot. But I guess I'm still a little bit old school. Just strike the ball. Try to put it on net. I understand the thought process. Most of it's try to be actually more deceiving for the wall as opposed to the goalkeeper. But the shot itself just seemed to kind of peter out. And I think if you just run up, take a hit at it, maybe you get a better strike onto it. Siliami has it pilfered away as Gonzalez tiptoed around. He was able to play it from the ground. That goes off of Crooks and out. So it'll be a Vegas throw. An attempt at a somewhat sideways bicycle by Lopez, but I think his plant foot kind of went out from underneath him, so he couldn't get clean touch onto that one. '18 and under national championship between Kingdom Soccer Club and Las Vegas Sports Academy. Crooks has the only goal, trying to keep possession of it here. Bumped off the ball, and that allowed it to go into touch. Lopez. Now Gonzalez. Headed back in through the middle. Gonzalez left it. Crooks, one touch. Looking for the 1-2. Pushes towards the corner flag. Out of the end line. Peels back. A little bit off balance. Lopez will send it up.
Thank you.
52nd minute. Siliami went outside with it, but too firm. We've seen that several times throughout this half. But, the services for both teams just aren't there. A little bit disjointed coming out of the half, which does tend to happen. A lot of times fans think, okay, you've had your rest, you're going to be refreshed, you'll come back, carry all that second half or first half momentum into the second half, and more times than not, it's actually not the case. It's almost disruptive. Players do need the break. Obviously, halftime serves a purpose. But a lot of times it really kind of changes the flow of a game. Even if you've been super dominant, it takes you a moment to regain all that. There's a nicely weighted ball up the near sideline, but it's walled off and sent out. Rincon with the clearance after Espinosa stepped in front, denying the run for Calabrese. Siliami got a little bit of a touch onto it. Crooks loops one high up to the far side. Again, a little bit frustrated as that one really kind of exploded off of his foot. Burkett volleys it to himself, but can't get it down on the first touch. Gonzalez. Now drop down in through the middle. Building up. Here comes Kingdom SC, and they just absolutely seal that off. Trying to work it through between Siliami and Calabrese. But the center defenders just really came together, but in a coordinated effort, and kept that away. Lopez sends it up. Mange. Lopez one time, headed back the other way. As it ping-pongs back and forth. Espinosa. Calabresi kind of threw him off the chase. Sent in by Harrison. Dangerous. One time, and it's put wide. Burkett had it on the doorstep. And similar to what we saw from Vegas in the first half, it almost seems unbelievable to miss from that range. But the hips just came through a little bit too much on the strike, and the score remains 1-0. De Jesus. Mateus De Jesus. A pass intended for Espinosa, but it went off of the foot of Rojas. That kind of got disrupted. Now another chance for Burkett. Into the middle. Here's Crooks. Crooks pushes it front. Score! Siliami! In the 56th minute, it's 2-0 Kingdom SC. So see another look at it. The play started from the far side. Crooks using his agile footwork to kind of create some space, just tapped it across the face of goal. Siliami made the run. The perfect timing, just put out the right foot, tucked it in, and it's 2-0. So now Vegas making some changes. De Leon will come out. Into the game is Yamachika as he returns after being a first half substitution.
So good.
Also back in the game is Aaron Uroa.
Oh, what the?
Miranda goes to the outside. Yamachika.
The bottom parts of the
box for Mange. That took a bit of a deflection. But it does take a bounce off the attacker, so it'll be a goal kick. High ball brought down by Bravo. Uloa. Uloa again. Outside for Yamachika. Service in towards the middle, looking for Bravo. And we get a stoppage with the whistle. Free kick coming out. Teams playing for the 18 and under national championship here at Lakewood Ranch. Todd Panula along with you. There's a little looping pass over the top. Another chance to bring it down. Perkin looking for Crooks. He'll take a shot instead. And Tadaji goes down quickly. Redistribution to the far side, and it's given up. Rincon. Lopez. Manj. Switching the point of attack. The run on the near side. Espinosa, who switched sides. Rojas. Miranda. Ran out of real estate as the defense has been really well placed. Here's Crooks trying to get it to settle down. A little bit off balance. Looks to the referee. Thought he had his leg kind of swept out, but the official is having none of it. As Asad Amanovic has been steady all game long. Really hasn't had a whole lot to do either. And I think from an official standpoint, that's the kind of game that you want to have. Here's Crooks in behind, but the flag went up. I think he knew it was going to happen too, because that was he only put, I'd say, 75% of himself into that last challenge. So this Las Vegas Sports Academy team is hoping to be a 3-time champion. They've won, the club has won in 2018 and 2019. Things disrupted obviously last season, but looking to seal things off as they set it far side. Score! Angel Manj! And the score is 2-1. The lead cut in half with plenty of time left. Referee trying to separate everybody as Vegas went to grab possession of the ball, and Kingdom SC wasn't overly pleased to let them do it. The goal comes in the 61st minute. Now Las Vegas has got themselves on the board. No comeback too large in this tournament, as we've seen several teams in different age groups across the board in girls and men's that have managed to put themselves back into games just when you thought they were out of it. On this very field yesterday in the semifinals, Sporting Nebraska trailed 2-0. Managed to score 3 goals in the final 11 minutes to win it. Las Vegas hoping to accomplish the same. They've got more time on their side to do so. As we're in the 63rd minute of play and the score 2-1. Kingdom looking to answer. Siliami took it off the thigh. Now he volleys it towards goal, but Padaji says, I'll take that. So as I was saying, Vegas, 2-time champion, 18 and 19. Hoping to finish this season off with another one. So they're more than capable. They've got the championship pedigree. The Kingdom Soccer Club still in control, if only fleetingly. And the key now for both of these teams is to somehow manage to calm things down. The closer you get towards that end whistle, you've still got about half an hour until that. But the closer you get towards the end, the more the nerves start picking up, and that's not even necessarily a bad thing, but you have to manage to contain it until those last few moments. No sense in being overly anxious. There's still a lot of this time left. Yamachika. And right into the defender. Crooks. Siliami. And then the return pass was intercepted. Rojas. Too direct on that one. Headed away. Yamachika over to Lopez. Halloran will blast it out. Gonzalez got there first. Rolling it out towards the near side. Rojas. Espinosa. Espinosa with the crossing ball. Not cleanly handled. Awkward challenge there, and the referee is going to give the foul. That's Mateos de Jesus, who's a little bit shaken up, but he gets up and seems to be no worse for wear. So numbers push forward in black. There's Moore, Four, I should say. He's got strong kick behind him. Halloran loops one up through the air. Gonzalez with the header back the other direction. The ball's a regular hot potato right now. Whistle as there's another player down. And they're going to look at Davidson. Referee spotted a potential head injury. Davidson's somewhat confused, but pretty certain that he'll have to be seen to by the trainer. Get a quick checkout. Concussion protocol. Didn't see anybody enter the field for Kingdom SC, so I believe they're going to hope that this is a short-lived test and that he'll be able to return. Siliami. Little flick over the defender. Corrals it himself. Now it's for Boucher. And that's knocked away. Far side into the middle, but too tall for Siliami. Lopez. Rojas. Bravo on the run. Has to check back. Rojas. Now comes outside. Espinosa. Espinosa goes to the far side. I think that was meant to be a pass from Miranda because he didn't have the angle to shoot, but nobody making the through run. So it's out for a goal kick. 68th minute, 2-1 your score. The first half goal from Xander Crooks. The second half goal in the 56th minute from Aaron Siliami. Made it 2-0 in favor of Kingdom SC, and then Angel Maj is able to cut it in half in the 61st minute. The referee getting involved in the play as the ball came up and struck him a little bit. So a free kick as we get another scramble. Players need to be a little more cognizant of the situation. Don't want to be getting yourself in trouble with the official at this stage of the game. So it looks like Mange will take the free kick. This is a big wall right now. Vegas has actually got players set up. Vegas is going to take the free kick now. They separate from the wall, and that one was a bit wasteful as it just kind of came directly off the foot of Mange and did not curl at all. For a line drive goal kick, intercepted on the way through. Miranda plays it up towards the box. Mange keeps it alive. Back to the wing. Miranda. Mange looking for an equalizer as he drives into the box. Just no space available. Looking for the return ball. Stabs one out here to the near side. Espinosa around the defender. Espinosa! Shot goes wide, but it's still alive. Not able to clear is Burkett. He's come back from the wing to try to help out. Miranda on the return ball. Through the middle. Contact pushes it back. Through the middle. Espinosa out wide. Mange trying to find a lane. The shot in and a save! Four parries it away. Defense able to push it up the wide side. Let's get another look at it. Fantastic ability in close quarters to be able to find an avenue to get that shot off, but an even better save from Carson Four. Didn't see it until late. Right-footed kicker. That is to his stronger side, so that will aid a goalkeeper in the ability to make a save in that spot, but it still takes some quick reactions. Substitution about to check in. Kingdom SC will try to start rotating the players. '73rd minute of play. Back into the game after being a late second half substitution is Christian Shannon. Free kick to Kingdom SC. Back curler. Shannon went skyward, came up empty. Filipputi couldn't quite come down with it. Kingdom still in control as it's a drop pass back for Boucher. Shannon disrupted by Bravo. Espinosa up the wing. Bravo runs on. Bravo with a little bit of space, but it dries up in the sun. Here's Miranda. He'll try one. And that one quite a bit off target. Goal kick coming out.
AJ, I need you to play the right channel now. Madness, Matt, wide left, counter, drop the level. Tuck Tommy in.
So it's been a relatively pleasant morning. Now that the sun is out a little bit, it's going to heat things up just a tad. Miranda. Rojas trying to push it through. Four came off his line, made the grab before anybody in red could get there. A bouncer, nobody putting on the pressure, so Gonzalez has an opportunity to look at his options. Push forward by Ulloa. Now Gonzalez from the left. Rojas laces one up towards the corner. A little too direct though, so it ends up rolling out. So there is the hydration break as they will restart things with the goal kick. 2-1 is your score as this game has been really tightly contested. For a moment, it looked like there was a chance to run away with it for Kingdom SC. As in the 52nd minute, they doubled up their lead. Siliami was able to finish off the play and tuck it into the net. But that 2-goal lead only lasted about 5 minutes, perhaps not even that. As Angel Monge got the first goal of the game for Las Vegas Sports Academy to cut this lead in half. But it's a different kind of game for Las Vegas. They're not used to surrendering this many goals. In fact, this is the most they've allowed in one single game in this tournament. Only 3 goals allowed all tournament long. 1 goal in each victory the last 3 days. And then a 2-0 win on day number 1. But surrendering 2 here this morning. Still every opportunity for them to find an equalizer. But credit to Kingdom SC as they have really kind of put the clamps back down following that 1-goal surrender. So 4 will set it up along the near side instead of the far. Looking for Boucher, but it was over his head as well as Shannon. Shannon leaps for it again. Bravo came away with it. Crooks hammers it up the wing. And that goes out. Well played off the body of Gonzalez as Filipputi is the one to save it right here in the corner.
No, I'm just talking to you.
And win himself a corner kick. And he does that right before being substituted as Daniel Greil will come into the game. Filipputi will take a seat and get a breather here. Boucher's going to take it. Numbers pushing forward in black. Everybody tight towards the goal. So it's going to be a line drive service. Looking for Crooks. Didn't get there. This will go out for the throw. Halloran comes up. In no great hurry to put this one back in, but not taking long enough to draw the attention of the official either. That one did curl out, so it'll be a goal kick. Yamachika. Ulloa. Rojas. Bravo, going over the top. Leg stays down. Bravo, trying to push it inside the box. Looking for Miranda. And while the shooting lanes weren't readily available, Vegas is approaching the amount of time that some of these plays are just going to have to be put on target. It's well enough to create a little bit of space and give yourself an opportunity to cross it back and forth, but time is a rather precious commodity. Another substitution coming in. As Thatcher Dobson comes into the game. Dobson comes in and Halloran is out. Interesting defensive switch there. Halloran has been a steadying force in the middle of the field. Here's Crooks. Thrown off his run just a little bit. He goes to ground, right back up. And he's going to be called for the foul that will come out. Quick restart. Ulloa. Espinosa. Solid build-up from Vegas, but right now the passing just taking a split second too long, allowing the defenders to get back into place. Trying to force one through the middle. Bravo was the intended target, but he was closely guarded. Understandable why he would want to do that, though. Eventually they do have to start forcing things. It's always a thin line as to what's a smart play and what's too much of a forced play. Most times it's only given the benefit of hindsight that you can figure that out. '89th minute. Third minute, I should say. Gonzalez just outside the circle. Espinosa as we cross over into the 84th minute of play. Throw in to Kingdom FC. Too tall for Shannon, but Crooks got it down. Bobbed over the top, quickly called by Padaji. He's gonna punt it back in. Miranda. Rojas. Trying to box out the defense and get a 1-2 going. But the runs being spotted every single time. Solid defending from Kingdom SC. Ulloa looking for space. Goes to the outside. Yamachika Again, just kind of pushed away. Ulloa into the box. It takes a couple bounces and sent out by Dobson. Gonzalez right back in. But look how quickly it's closed down. Towards the back post. Nobody home. Goal kick. Hit it up into the air. Referee says no handball. It clearly made contact with the arm, but that's one of those referee's discretion kind of plays to where the ball basically played him. Gonzalez with pressure coming on his back. Sends it over to the far side. Rincon. Yamachika. Rojas. Miranda. The pass is becoming a little more quick. Gonzalez. Trying to switch it up. But Kingdom SC showing no gaps at all. Everybody swinging across the field defensively as an entire unit. Good through ball, though, trying to find a hole, but again, just a little too direct. But it's kind of one of those things that sometimes fans, they hear that from a commentator and they take it as a criticism. Really, there was no other place to put that ball. It's just one of those facts of the matter. It was a direct pass towards the end line. Difficult to make a curling run and catch up to it. But on the flip side, there's really nothing more that the passer could do except play it into that space, because that's the only space available right now. Blasted away from Gonzalez is Dobson. Was able to boot it upfield. Shannon has his legs taken out from underneath him. Referee playing the advantage as Kingdom comes out wide. Crooks taking his time, wants to take on the defender with the right foot. A little bit of a grab. Crooks drives towards the end line. Now he'll take it out towards the corner flag.
Like that.
Crooks goes to ground. No foul yet. Crooks still being able to play it. And now we're going to have a whistle.
They can hold it. Hopefully.
Gonzalez try to put it back in play. And deep inside his own end. Gonzalez trying to find an angle. At the corner flag, it's pretty much difficult. Strong right foot underneath it. As we're in the 88th minute of play. Will Las Vegas find an equalizer? Solid play by Ulloa to get around the sliding challenge. I think that ball was actually intended for Miranda, but Espinosa got there first. Throw in to Vegas. That one went into touch. The flag went up, so it did cross the line on the near sideline. Throw in back for Kingdom SC. Crooks plays it off the defender. Gonzalez heads it the other way. Crooks chested it down. That one went over the head of Davidson. Good to see that he has returned after being put into the concussion protocol. Glided off the shoulder of Crooks, but he's able to make the steal. Got around the defender. Now he's going to peel it back out towards the corner and take off a little more time. Not a bad idea. Crooks really didn't have the angle. Not to say that he could not have beat the keeper, but from that sharp of an angle, it would have taken something pretty special, trying to go through the legs or cutting it back out over to his right and slamming it up into the upper 90. So a good idea instead to just kill off some time. Here comes Espinosa. Sliding challenge, steals that away. Davidson got a piece of the player, but not enough to draw the ire of the official. Miranda. As everybody's starting to go forward in red. Time ticking away for Las Vegas. Kingdom SC ahead by a goal. Miranda sends one into the box. Cleared out.
Oh, he's out. He's gonna put.
And that's gonna go on the north side of the corner flag, so it's gonna be a corner kick.
Yeah, I saw him like change the board or whatever. Yeah.
No indication from the fourth official yet as to how much time will be tacked on to the end of this one as he now grabs the board. Kingdom SC sends it out. The board is in the air. 3 minutes of additional time going to be tacked on to the end of this one as we have hit the end of regulation. Looped up towards the corner flag on the near side. Las Vegas trying to push it into the 18, but unsuccessful again. Gonzalez needing to go quickly here. Wouldn't settle down. Gonzalez filters it through the middle. Rojas wanted to line up a shot, but that wasn't available either. And now the frustration on the body language of Rojas as he just set that one out over on the far side. Kingdom Soccer Club more than content to just play things along the sideline. Even if it goes out, it still takes a few more seconds off the clock. I've already played 1 minute out of 3. Yamachika lays it over. Gonzalez comes to the near side. Espinosa played it into the box. Rincon. Ulloa again after he got the return feed. Sliding challenge. Kingdom will play it away. The keeper is out. There's a collision. No decision from the referee now. It'll just be a throw-in. Crooks went to ground. He was clattered into. But hard to see who hit who as it was kind of 3 players all in the area at the same time. This should add another 30 seconds to a minute onto the end of this half. But right now, possession favors Kingdom SC on the throw-in. 2 minutes gone out of at least 3 to be played. Kingdom SC potentially 60 seconds away from a national championship. Into Crooks. Vegas looking for an outlet. Espinosa just boots it away, but Shannon is right there. Shannon again, heads it. Davidson. Coming over to pressure is Yamashika. Goes into touch. Vegas has to find a way to push forward.
It's a sub.
Substitution will deny that throw-in chance. Coming into the game is Thiago de Jesus. So Thiago de Jesus replaces Daniel Gryle.
Do you mean 94th?
So we've played the allotted 3 minutes. Everything else is at the discretion of the referee. Vegas perhaps with one last push up the field, not to be had on this opportunity. Gonzalez tries to go towards the center circle. Ulloa. One time towards the box from Yamachika. Knocked down.
Oh, wait.
Served out towards the middle. Cleared away. Rincon. Back in towards the box as they try to go to the back post. Spotted by the defense. Knocked down by Rojas. Slides it over to the right. Miranda. Yamachika tries to get one into a dangerous area. Defense well placed. Centering ball knocked down. And there it is, the final whistle. National champions, Kingdom Soccer Club. Championship hats being handed out to the victorious team. Emotions running high for both of these teams. They've put in so much effort into this contest. A fantastic run for Las Vegas. They went 4-0 up to this point. Only surrendered 3 goals, but they allowed 2 here today. As Kingdom Soccer Club were just a little bit better on the day. And that's all it takes in a one-and-done scenario. It's a fantastic game played by Kingdom Soccer Club. Technically sound throughout this contest, and I think that was perhaps what was most impressive. Obviously, you look to the 2 goals. Those are what you need to win the championship as they get their champion t-shirts as well as the caps. But recapping the scoring, everything got started back in the 27th minute as Kingdom SC got the first goal of the game. Xander Crooks was able to jab out his right foot, get it past the goalkeeper. As Adair Cerron had come off of his line but couldn't get to it first. And the 1-goal lead would hold up through halftime. In the second half, it was a scramble play, but a good solid push by Kingdom SC as it was moved into a dangerous spot, served across the box. Siliami would find the finish, and that would prove to be the game winner, but it wouldn't be a comfortable end to the game as Angel Monge would score in the 61st minute to put things in doubt. But after that goal, Kingdom SC just absolutely clamped down on this contest. No chances really surrendered against their keeper after that goal. An impressive defensive showing. So celebrations all around for Kingdom SC, and as we leave you with the visuals of your national champions, I'd like to thank all our technical crew, the camera crew who has managed to give you the shots all tournament long. Scott Cheney, our producer, making us look good behind the scenes. But until the next time, I'm Todd Panula. We hope you enjoyed this presentation of the 2021 USU Soccer National Championships. Your national champion for the 18 and under boys division is Kingdom Soccer Club.